What'll it be this morning? Prune juice, orange juice, tomato, or fig?
I don't care, Mr. Lane.
Neither do I. What'll it be? Prune juice, orange juice, tomato, or fig?
Avocado.
Why, avocados don't have juice.
Neither do I, and I've been telling you that for the past 4 years. Not if somebody hurt.
No, I live here. Just going to work. I'm on ambulance duty this week.
Work? At this hour?
You going for a walk?
No, work.
This hour?
Can I give you a lift? Or have you got your private ambulance?
Rather walk, thank you. Walking's good for the health. You want to try it sometime?
Too busy. Well, so long, Doc.
Go on.
Morning, Dr. Page.
John. Tell me, who is that?
That's Mike Lynn. Everybody knows him. Boss of the bread basket.
Bread.
You know, the city market.
Oh, yeah.
Take it easy. Nobody will get hurt. Even money or wrong.
Get in.
I wouldn't try anything. The best you can get is a big obituary. Can't I ask any questions?
Sure. But you won't get me in. Get in the back. I'll do the driving.
Well, Pearlie.
I was expecting you. I'm Kenneth Craig. I know. You're Michael Lynn.
Well, tell me I'm getting to be famous.
In a way.
Yes, much pressure. Now I'll have my breakfast.
Help yourself. You know, I was surprised when you walked in.
You expecting to carry me in?
That wouldn't surprise me. After what I heard, I figured you would want to come along with my two friends. You know, Clint, very few people realize how important you are in this city.
But you do.
Oh, yes. You run the market just about the way you please. If you should get some crazy notions, the good citizens go without a lot of their daily food.
Like to see people hungry?
Oh, I prefer to see them get the best. You always pay for it.
And you found a way to collect?
Oh, it's very simple. It's like this. You arrange to have one wholesaler for each item of food.
Now, let me see if I know what's on your mind. You want all the farmers to deliver their celery at one spot and their lettuce at another. You want the chickens to lay their eggs for only one fellow and the cows to save their milk for their favorite milk. It's easy, if it can be done.
It can. By controlling the supply, one can profit from the demand.
Great. Your idea stinks. I wouldn't give you 2 cents for it. You hijack the farmers, blackjack the wholesaler, and trim the public. And you make all the dough.
No, not me. You and me.
And who else?
I figured you wouldn't be fooled. Yes, there is someone else. Now that we know about it, we'll forget it.
And we'll forget the whole setup. It's an excellent breakfast.
And if you're not interested in going with us,
There won't be any racket.
you're a fool, Lynn. We could do.
That's obvious. You listen to me, you stay under your umbrella. It's cooler. I know. That feed would have set me back about 75 cents. Never rains in California, Wing. You ought to know that. Hi, Joe. How's everything, Papadopoulos?
Everything was okay. I'm cooking with gas. Una gelato per lei.
Grazie, Species. Grazie.
Oh, good morning, Mike.
Hello, Fran. What's this brat doing here? I told you to keep her home.
I'm sorry, Mike, but the woman who takes care of her didn't show up this
Well,
morning.
then get one who does. This is no place for kids.
I like you.
I don't care if you don't.
Please, Francis, you mustn't say such things.
This is a free country. That's what the teacher said.
She's only a child, Mike.
That's what you think. She's...
Why do you work for that kind of a man, Daddy?
He's the best friend I have, Francis.
You're wasting your time, Bram.
That's what I keep telling Daddy.
Now, you go on upstairs.
All right, but it's against my will.
Sorry. Are you sore?
Not exactly. After all, you can't help it if she's your child, can you?
Don't see how I could avoid it.
One thing I'll say for her, full of vinegar.
Say, I was worried about you.
I was delayed. Elevator got stuck.
What?
Well, it was business. How's the ship?
On schedule.
Any complaints?
No. One thing went wrong, though. Jake Lucas didn't open up his stall this morning.
What happened to it?
I don't know.
Well, if he can't open up his place, get somebody who can. You go back up to the office. I'll check on Lucas. Any calls come in, I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Right.
Operator, send an ambulance to the city market. Jake Lucas stall. Yeah, hurry it up. Come on, Jake. Jake, what happened?
Mike, there's been some trouble down at the Polight's place.
Well, what happened? Freddie, I sent for an ambulance. Take care of it.
Take it easy, Jake. You're going to be all right.
What did you?
Some men came in. They said I couldn't sell letters. They said this would happen every time.
Snap on it. You know who they were?
I never saw them before. They just walked in and then...
All right. We'll put the cops on it right away.
Mike, no, you can't do that. They said if I complain...
Be right back. Oh, hello, Doc. In here.
What happened?
Oh, it's you. Linda, can't you keep your nose out of private business?
Private business is my business.
This is not your affair.
Tribune thinks so, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Right, this place is getting a lot of unusual activity, if you know what I mean.
Serious, Doc? Concussion, possible skull fracture.
Someone must have hit him pretty hard.
Can I talk to him, Doc?
For about a week, maybe.
What's your back, Doc?
Probably see you later, Mr. Lynn.
All right. Now, Linda, you can keep this out of the paper, can't you?
I thought so. Mike, you know something.
Linda, you've got to do me a favor. I don't want this to break right now. There's something big behind it. Believe me, it's bigger than the bang Lucas got on his head. You'll get your story, I promise you. Right now, I don't want it to break. It may spoil everything.
I never seen you this serious before.
You don't believe me, do you?
Well, I...
All right, I'll show you. Come on. Here's another angle of it.
Pretty messy, too.
You didn't call the police.
Not yet.
Maybe I can help. Why don't you tell me all about it?
He's a newspaper reporter, Jan.
Don't write anything in the paper, please. They will do something to my wife and to the children.
Jan has 3 cute kids, Linda. You wouldn't like to have them on your conscience.
You win.
You better go home, Jan. You need the money to replace your stock? Tell Bram I said to give it to you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Lynn.
Now do you believe me? Thanks, pal, for the cooperation.
You took advantage of me just because I'm a woman.
That's why I like you, just because you're a woman.
I'm beginning to make out a few things.
You're only guessing. You haven't a thing to write about.
Well, maybe I haven't, but I didn't promise not to get the facts.
When you get the facts, that's the time to write. I don't think you'll get it. So don't go sounding off and getting a lot of innocent people in a jam.
I'm going to watch you, Mike.
What do you think you've been doing for the past 3 years?
But that wasn't business.
For the first time, you're right. Now, goodbye.
I don't know why I take this from you. You're not good looking. You haven't got $1 million. In fact, you're ahead.
I'm tired, and besides, I'm prematurely gray.
And you're pretty.
Shut up.
Change your mind, Lynn?
Yeah, but only about you. I told you to stay under your umbrella.
What do you mean the market is your playground?
I want you to keep your dirty paws away from me.
Something go wrong?
You know what happened.
What's on your mind?
I'm going to cool you off. You're hot, aren't you? And heat will sweat us. Hey, stay away. Better be careful. You're so full of larceny, you're liable to sink.
I've been figuring that not as young as I used to be. Maybe I'd better take a vacation.
Well, you haven't worked hard, Wilkins, and you've got 3 helpers. Only last week you said if business keeps up the way it is, you're going to rent another stall.
Oh, I was only talking, Graham. When a man gets as old as I am, there's no business working so hard. And anyway, I don't like the business. I'm sick of it.
After 20 years, I don't believe you. What's wrong, Wilkins?
No, nothing. Why should there be anything wrong?
It just doesn't make sense.
Well,
A man who loves this business the way you do?
Well, that's the way it is. That's the way I want it.
That's the 7th one that's walked out in 3 days.
And 2 fires, too. First at the Williams Ranch and then the Invincible Dairies.
And those trucks. It's crazy. The whole thing's crazy. Trucks just don't blow up.
You're right, Bram. Trucks just don't blow up.
Mr. Lynn at home?
Oh, you're the young doctor that lives on the 4th floor?
Yeah.
Come right in, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, hello, Doc.
Expected to see you at the hospital, Mr. Lynn.
I've been too busy.
Thought you might like to know how the patient's getting on.
Well, how is Jake?
It's improving. Fortunately, there was no fracture. Police were there talking to him this afternoon.
Why tell me?
Why don't you tell me to mind my own business?
Why don't you?
You don't mind if I like you, in spite of your surly nature. Why do you always have to be on the defense?
Well, now that you're here, why don't you sit down?
Thanks.
Oh, good evening, Miss Gregory.
Hello, Mrs. Lane. Come in, gentlemen.
Hello, Linda.
Mike, you ill?
Oh, he's a neighbor. You remember him. He took care of Lucas. What is your name?
Gilbert Page.
Doc Page. This is Linda Gregory.
Hello, Doc. You gave me a scare for a moment.
Sorry.
And this is Inspector Torrance, Sergeant Pringle. You should know them. They have something to do with the Flatfoot Brigade. Make yourselves comfortable, boys. Sit down, Linda. Well, what's the occasion?
I dropped down to the station and heard the inspector mention you've got a favor of you know, so I thought I'd come along for the ride.
We got Jake Lucas today. So what?
Not a thing. He wouldn't open up.
None of them will talk.
Listen, Mike, there's something going on, and it doesn't smell like lilacs. All those guys quitting the market. I hear the 2 fires, and a couple of trucks turn angel and go right straight up in the air.
So?
So everybody shuts up like a clam. I ask them questions. They look at me dumb and innocent like. I don't like it.
You're just sensitive, Inspector.
No, inquisitive. Gad, whatever his name is, Pollock. Insists he slipped on the floor and smashed up 20 crates of spinach or something. He's lying. They're all lying.
What do you want from Mike, Inspector?
I want the truth. Oh, I know with you, Mike. You, it's always a private fight. Sometimes there's too much at stake for one fellow to carry the load. Now, there's something going on. What the devil is it?
You got me, Inspector. I wish I knew.
Strictly a stall, that's what it is.
Supposing I were to tell you that somebody's trying to bust up the market.
That's home and jail.
Then what? You have to prove it or they block.
I don't think you can prove it. Yet.
I know I can't. Nobody can.
You're a great help, Mike. Both of you. I ought to lock you up if you talk.
You would if you thought you could get away with it, but you can't. The law demands facts.
And proof, Inspector. Volumes of it.
We'd have it if they'd talk.
And you're the one to make.
No, so.
That's all you got to say. That's it. Shall I give you a lift, Linda?
Oh, thanks, Inspector.
I'll be seeing you, Mike.
Tough going, huh?
Could be tougher.
Need a friend?
Well, I had one.
Okay.
I don't prove that much, have I?
That's because you have no polish.
Is that bad?
Is that good?
Are you still here?
Afraid so. I envy you.
Oh, we're old friends.
Then I envy you twice. Once for an old friend, and the second time for the fight you're putting up.
Are you kidding?
No, envy your job, your work, and everything connected with it.
Yours isn't so bad either, Doc. Full of glory.
Routine, bit here and there, piecemeal, patch up a fracture, find up a few cracked ribs. You help them take care of the whole city. You help them to help.
He's right. It is an important job, especially these days.
What are you two trying to give me?
It's not just waving a flag, pulling you up and down a string with a crowd to watch. What you're doing is all unheralded. Nobody's going to pin a medal on you.
You're kind of cracked on the subject, aren't you?
I don't agree with you, Mike. Your market means a great deal to people of this city. I think what it means if they just took the milk away from the children.
Maybe they will.
What did you say?
Me? I didn't say anything. You started this. Why don't you go home?
Well, if you say I can come back again.
Well, all you got to do is knock, and if I answer, come in.
Night, Mike.
Night.
Night, Miss Gregory.
Well, Doc, watch the biting. What are you thinking about?
Oh, that Doc. And you, sticking me up on a pedestal. What do you think I am?
I know.
Keep it a secret. It's embarrassing.
Can't you take it?
Yes, but I'm not used to it. Now get.
Good night, darling.
Night. Morning, Brian.
Morning. Oh, Mr. Moore called.
What do you want?
Said he wanted to see you right away.
Let him wait.
He's still the boss.
I'm the boss. All right, I'll go and see him.
Dad!
I know I planted potatoes here someplace, but I can't find them.
Oh, my darling, they don't grow on top, you know. You have to dig for them.
I guess it isn't done yet.
Oh, hello, Michael. Sit down. You got here in a hurry.
I like to get things over and done with.
The police commissioner dropped in on me last evening. There's been some ugly rumors about the market.
Well, it isn't exactly a kindergarten.
It's a legitimate enterprise, Michael, and there's no place for brawling. It's your job to put a stop to it.
Well, it isn't as simple as that. As an attorney, don't you think it advisable to hear both sides of the story? There always are two sides, you know.
Michael, don't you think you're being a little outspoken?
You try. If you listen, I'll tell you some things you don't know. Some of our old standbys are quitting business. And a lot of the farmers and dairymen have already folded up.
Well, whose fault is that?
Somebody's putting the pressure on, trying to muscle in.
Muscle in?
Yes. Make the farmers and commission merchants pay for the privilege of doing business. Somebody's trying to organize a racket.
That's ridiculous. Well, notify the police.
You talked to the commissioner yesterday. When does he start?
Well, all I can say, Michael, is if you're running the place, you will have to put an end to this family.
Well, I'll do the best I can, but they're doing nothing against the law.
Oh, now, how about the attacks on the wholesalers?
Simple assault. Any smart lawyer can beat that rap. No, it's strictly legitimate. There's no law that says the farmer here can't charge 50 cents for it. The difference goes into somebody's pocket.
Oh, they can't do that. The prices are regulated. Well, I only know this, Michael, and I'm speaking to the syndicate. You'll have to take this matter in hand, or
you'll get a new boy.
Well, see how we're situated?
It's so full of red tape, it looks like a ribbon counter. And I tell you to get a new boy right now. I'm sore enough to try and clean out that bunch of chiseling grafters.
Michael, you know, sometimes we're afraid you'll talk too much for your own good. Our food may come from the earth, but our men should be a little above.
I'd rather keep my feet on the ground. It's safer.
Oh. Just a moment, Michael, will you?
Mr. Lynn, won't you come here for a moment?
Just like that, huh?
I'm Iris Moore. I understand you know something about vegetables.
I wish you were wrong.
I'm having trouble. Nothing seems to grow right. Can you tell me what's wrong?
Mm-hmm. You have ants in your plants.
Never mind the garden. Let's talk about you.
It's a very boring subject.
I never heard anyone speak to Father the way you just did.
Maybe I was a little bit rough on him. Don't you ever talk to him like that?
Oh, no.
You should try it sometime. Most men like spirit.
Most women too.
Well, I guess I better be going. Tell your father I couldn't wait any longer. I didn't have anything more to say to him, really, anyway.
Yes, I'll tell him.
Well, so long. Keep your onions straight.
I like you.
And I like you. You see, Mr. Lynn?
He just left, Father.
What a way to look.
Oh, he said he was sorry to go and he asked to be excused, but said he had some important work at the office. Honestly, he apologized all over the place.
Lynn apologized all over the place. Oh, darling, you sure?
Yes, Daddy. Honestly.
Mr. Lynn, feel this. Isn't she beautiful?
She's gorgeous.
Every night when I go to bed, I dream. And you about who?
Your wife?
No, my letters. My wife gives me arguments. My kids give me trouble. But my letters, she gives me pleasure.
I know just how you feel. I once used to get a terrific bang out of an old tomato I knew.
And speaking of tomatoes,
What are you doing here?
it's about my onions. You told me to keep them straight yesterday. I followed instructions carefully, but you know what happened?
No, what?
Nothing. That's why I'm here.
Mr. Mike, you're squeezing her too hard.
Don't tell me you're going to be a pest.
A ladybug.
Where's your car?
Back there.
And that's just where you're going.
Oh. Am I that ugly?
No. And you know it. Just the same, you're a pest. happened, Danny?
Somebody stole a brick.
You see who it was?
No, it came too fast. I wasn't expecting it.
You've got to get out of here.
But haven't I been helping?
Sure, you've been swell, but just the same, you've got to get out of here. Beat it.
I'll be back again soon. What happened to him?
Oh, he'll be all right. Get him in one of the stalls and call a doctor. See you later, Danny. You'll never miss a trick, do you?
Nope. Who is she?
Oh, I don't know. Some kid wanted a job.
She's cute.
I got more important things on my mind.
So have I. What's this all about?
Oh, just a personal matter. Danny got in an argument with another driver.
Mike, if you could lie halfway decently, I could take it, but you can't.
Why don't you lay off?
I did. The paper was burning. If I lost my job, I have no husband to feed me. I mean, not yet.
Look here, Linda.
Mike, I've got to talk to you.
You don't want me to.
That's the right answer.
Guess I'll be running along.
What is it? There's been some trouble down at Ryan's Dairy. They've wrecked the refrigeration system.
One thing after another. Danny's just been hurt, too. See if he gets home all right.
Okay, Mike.
Mike, I think they ruined everything. They poured some acid in the ammonia. We've been threatened, but I didn't think they'd go through with it. Wanted us to raise the price of 2 cents a quart and hand it over.
2 cents. Somehow I remember...
The trouble started about 2 days ago. Some of our suppliers hiked the price of cans 50 cents. We paid them. No.
Those who didn't had their milk dumped.
Yeah.
If I could only get some proof, I could go to Inspector Torrance. But first, I've got to get the proof. Brian, what does the shutdown mean?
Very little milk for the city.
Better get the plant fixed up.
Well, when we do, they'll only mess it up again. 2 cents a quart is the important point.
Nothing's important except those kids get their milk. Will you stand by me?
Well,
Now, look, Brian, you and I don't matter. A lot of innocent people are going to take this rap, and I'm not going to let them down for you or anybody else.
all right. The price stands.
Thanks, Ryan. Now all we've got to do is deliver. Hello, Johnson. Where's Johnson going?
Just handed me his notice. Here's one from Brown and Faraday, too.
Anything else?
Moore called. He wants to see you right away. He's at his house. Mike, something's got to be done about this right away. If this keeps up, there won't be any market.
Hello, Moore. What's the matter?
I'm afraid I have bad news for you.
My shoulders are broad. I can carry a little more.
Syndicate held a meeting this morning, worried. The trouble at the dairy was smashing up that truck and all the other things.
What are you getting at?
Michael, I hate to be the one to have to tell you this, but I've got to let you go. I argued with them for over 2 hours because in spite of all your faults, I still maintain you're the man for the job. Too many against me. I'm very sorry. Believe me, I am.
All right, I'll do all wrong. You're a regular fellow out.
We all have our faults. In the meantime, if I can be of any service...
No, thanks. But I appreciate it. If you ever need me, call on me. I don't forget favors. And that's a good effort.
Michael, please call on me sometimes, will you? I hope this doesn't mean that we still can't be friends.
I wouldn't miss it. And thanks for softening the blow.
What are you doing?
Moving? Moving. Set. Again in the air. Fired you? That's right.
I'm quitting.
Don't be a fool. As far as you're concerned, this is a job. You've got a child to look after.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. I'll wash my hands of the whole affair.
Oh, Mike, you can't do that. Not after all you've done. You can't just give up.
I've got a living to make, and I'm going to make it.
Oh, But what about the people?
What about me?
You can take care of yourself, but there are a lot of others who can't.
Let them worry about that.
You mean let little babies worry, little kids who need their milk and mothers who need fresh vegetables to feed them?
I'll leave that to the humanitarians.
I must have been blind. Me running around boosting you to the sky. Mike is this and Mike is that. I'll tell you what you are. You're 100% all right. You're 100% healed.
So, you're walking out on me, huh?
No, I'm not walking out on you. You're walking out on yourself.
Mr. Moore, you don't know Mike. He'd rather take the rap any time than give alibis. I'm sure he could get to the bottom of all this.
I think so, too. Now, you get the tangible facts and then go straight to the police. Inspector Torrance, I think his name is. And if things turn out as you say, well, we'll only be too happy to talk these all over again, Mr. Lynn.
I know Mike went to see a man named Craig, and then there was another one. I think it was Foster.
Foster.
I'm sure that if the police found these men, it might help clear matters up.
Well, you'll get your evidence and then go straight to the police.
And he'd get his job back?
Personally, I'm not too sorry to ever send him away.
I won't say anything to Mike just yet.
Isn't this Michael Lynn's apartment? I think so. Well, Mike and I are very good friends. Very good.
I don't know.
How did you get in?
Well, I told the desk clerk I was a long-lost cousin.
You must have wanted to see him badly enough.
Mm-hmm. I did. This place?
Not where Mike is concerned. My name's Linda Gregory. Didn't I see you at the market?
Where? I'm Iris Moore.
Moore? Jeffrey Moore's sister.
I heard Mike had resigned, and I wanted to know why.
He didn't resign. He was fired.
Father?
I won't go again.
That wouldn't be quite fair.
Sorry if I've been rude.
You like Mike, don't you?
Mike's the other side of the track. Rough, tough, that's out of your...
On the contrary.
Look, Mike's just plain surf and water, as honest as they make it. Mike and I are an old established firm, do you mind?
Not at all. I enjoy a little competition.
There won't be it.
Inspector Torrance? This is Bram. Yeah, with Mike Lynn. I think I have some information for you.
That's perfect. Now, look, get over here as soon as you can. No, I won't tell him a word. About 20 minutes? I'll be waiting.
Right.
Oh, what do I owe this to?
Oh, we all have something in common. You.
You two met?
Yes, but I don't think she'd make a good secretary. There's nothing but scared.
Come in. Must be bank night. Oh, hello, Doc. I hardly knew you without your white overalls. Oh, Miss Moore, Dr. Pate.
Hello, Dr. Page.
Hello, Miss Moore. And you know Linda, of course.
For a moment, I was worried. It's all gone now.
Hello? What? I'll be right over.
What happened?
Penny, you kids stay here, Mike. I've got to go. Yes, you better come along and they need you.
Mike, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gone up to the office.
If you hadn't, I'd have been disappointed. Come on.
Well, it looks like I'm hostess for the evening. Would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
20 minutes. He didn't show up. In about a half an hour, I got this call. They picked him up to the headquarters.
Well?
Right, Ben. Ben, who did it? You don't have to talk, Ben.
It's time.
Plenty of time.
No, Mike. I'm worried about Francis. I don't want anybody but you.
I'll take care of him when you get well.
You keep her. She really loves you. Your father, Francis.
What are you looking at?
A man.
Thanks for the introduction.
My mother, you know. Now what do we do?
I'm afraid so, Sterling.
She's a girl.
Poor baby. But Mike will make it up to you.
Mike Lynn is here. Wants to see you.
That's interesting. Show him in. You're a stranger, Lynn.
Craig, I've been on the wrong side.
That's quite an admission coming from you.
I had to take quite a beating before I found out. I played the great emancipator. Got a kick in the pants for it. Then I found out it was a cinch to get that extra 2 cents for a quarter mil.
Well, you gave me the idea. You said it wasn't worth that much. I thought I'd show you it was.
You did. I know a fellow that's got a little kid just that's all. Couldn't find any place to buy milk for him. I he'd have given $5 a glass. It was all sold out. You're right. The chump will pay.
What are you going to do about it?
I can set up that 2 cents and we can go from there. The boys at the market are all with me, even though I'm not there any longer.
How do I know you're on the level?
If I'm not, my life isn't worth 2 cents.
We'll begin on that basis. And as far as we're concerned, I'm advanced.
That's all right with me.
And we stay within the law.
We make the bullets, they fire them.
I'll get your cut fixed up. You'll be plenty satisfied.
I'm sure I will.
Daddy with you?
No, dear, he's going away.
When will he come here?
Will he? He asked me to take care of him.
Daddy told you that?
Hmm?
You don't like me. You scolded me. You scolded Daddy.
Now, you quit talking like that.
Get out, take it.
You leave her alone. My, you've been a busy little girl, haven't you? Can I look at your book?
Can you read?
A little. This is my girlfriend. My, this is wonderful. Who drew these beautiful pictures?
I did.
That's the funniest cow I ever saw.
That's no cow.
Oh, it's fun. What is it?
A terrible dragon.
You never saw a dragon.
Oh, yes, I did.
Where?
Right here.
And only you, the buyers of produce, can force these prices down. In my opinion, it is criminal the way they are making you, the taxpayers, carry the burden. Send in your protest, call in, do something. Help me to stop this racketeering, this hijacking of your purses. I have taken up this crusade because of my experience, and I want you to benefit through that experience. Without cooperation, we can do nothing. In unity, there is strength.
Everything under control? Not quite. Ryan has to go to court to show reason for that 2-cent price in milk.
He should be able to do that.
Oh, he thinks he can. Says the opposition's pretty strong. Syndicate's against him. Ryan expects Jeffrey Moore to handle the case himself. Pretty smart.
We'll wait. You've done a good job, Mike. Now, the next step is to get the produce boys in line.
Oh, they're already on the hump. There was a farmer over at Riverview who had to take a slight shellacking, but now he's willing to deliver his lettuce where we tell him.
We'll have the city eating out of our hands.
Rather neatly put.
And no ceiling prices to worry about. That'll keep the government off our trail.
What about the trial?
Well, you should cover that, don't you think?
I wouldn't miss it.
Order. Order in the courtroom. Isn't it a fact that you raised the price of milk immediately following the accident at your dairy?
Yes, sir. But it wasn't because of the accident.
You were intimidated, were you not?
No, sir. My dairy and I run it to suit myself.
And how do you account for the sudden raise in your prices?
Production prices have gone up. I have to pay more to the farmer. Distribution costs have risen over 20%. You know, things aren't as cheap as they used to be. I can't raise my prices. I'll just have to close up.
Your witness. As a member of the board, did you approve of this increase? Have the merchants ever asked for police protection?
No, sir.
Do you suspect they're being intimidated?
Well, okay. Sustained.
Were your drivers ever threatened?
The defense has conclusively proven the rise of the present market. In view of that, I see no reason to sustain the injunction. The added price of 2 cents a quart has been definitely proven a necessity. Case dismissed.
I've got a stinking hunch you're at the bottom of this holdup.
That's a stupid thing for a cop to say. Especially when you let people get murdered and don't do anything about it.
That's because we're up against some pretty low types of human beings. Like you, for instance. You'd double-cross your own mother if you had one.
Keep your hand off me.
Mike! Sorry, Inspector.
It's all right.
I've already ordered.
How'd you know what I wanted?
I asked for the best.
Keeping me happy, huh?
I heard what happened. I guess there's no turning back for you now. Not after your little argument with Inspector Torrance.
I hate nosy coppers.
You're a marked man, Lynn. You'll have to watch your step.
I leave that to you. You clear the way, I won't stumble.
I'll tell you this much, Mike. Up to now, we didn't trust you.
Why not? I haven't missed an angle.
You still can give us a double cross. For after slapping cops around. I imagine we can trust you from here on in. And I think the big boss will tell you so himself.
I'm not interested one way or the other. As long as I get my cut.
Giddy up, Ricky.
to settle in. Too much isn't good for the child.
For the child. For me either.
What kind of horse are you?
Sometimes I wonder.
Here, I'll take it. There we go. Up the daisy. One, I'll get you the ball and do it.
Remember, Uncle Mike? I've got to tell you a story before I go to bed.
Oh, no. The last time I went to sleep.
Yes, and I made off you were my big doll. And did you look funny in lipstick?
I know.
Hurry back, Uncle Mike.
There we are. Now, get it. Oh! Bet you thought you'd never see me again.
Never thought about it. What do you want?
Mike, you've got to talk. Father sent me away to the country.
What's wrong with the country?
Plenty, no guilt. Father doesn't want me to see him.
Oh, that is serious.
More than you think.
But what if he finds you here in town?
You won't tell him, will you?
Oh, guess not. Where are you going to stay?
Francis would like
That
me.
Francis would like anybody. But this isn't Grand Central Station. Oh, all right, all right. I guess I'll have to spend the night with Gil.
Not all night. You'll spend most of the evening with me.
Well, what are you all dressed up for?
We're going down to the U.S. soon.
Don't tell me you're going to dance with the boys.
Oh, I should say not. No, they love my doing it. And that's the least I can do for the boys in the tenement.
More than you ever did for me.
Saboteur?
Oh, Mike. Hello.
Mike, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll say goodnight to Frank.
All right. Have a drink, Foster?
Thanks. Nothing for him. He's had too much already.
Holding okay?
Yeah. You got a date with a big shot tonight.
Craig say so?
Yeah. Looks like we'd be taking orders from you, too.
We'll always be taking orders from somebody.
Agreed then. We're friends? Good night, sweetheart.
What's your hurry, baby?
Stick around a while. The kid's out tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, yes. Mel Shaw, one of the commission merchants, wants we were going over. He insists upon cutting the prices. We want them kept up. We're leaving for the country.
Look out!
Stand back!
No, take this rat out of here.
Why?
Iris. Iris. Doc Bates' department. Hello, Gil. This is Mike. Grab your bag. Get over to my apartment as fast as you can. Yes, there's been an accident. Hurry up. Now, Harris. You don't have to go back. See? Forget it. I love trouble. Police headquarters.
Yes, sir. Right away. Wait a minute. Hello. Police headquarters? Just a moment, please. Go ahead, Mr. Lynch.
Inspector Torrance. Hello, John. This is Mike.
What's the matter, Mike? You know you shouldn't phone me.
Yes, I know. I had to. Listen carefully. I'm supposed to meet the Frings tonight. But first, send someone out. Pick up Graham and Foster. Just at my apartment. I'll make the charge later. Yeah.
Got to make it stick this time.
Okay, Mike. Get radio car 16. Have him follow Graham or anybody with him. At the Palms apartment. I'll be on my way. Have him phone me.
Yeah, there are. Bad, that. We'll have you fixed up in a couple of minutes. Iris. Don't ask any questions. She's been shot. A little lower. Don't worry, darling. We'll take care of you.
What can you feel? No, I don't want that. I want to talk to Mike. Mike?
Yes, dear.
Put a call through to Inspector Torrance. Yeah, reported everything.
So he's in with the cops, huh? Force and the boy still there? All right, have him trail in wherever he goes. That's all. Hello, Jeff. This is Ken. Something's happened.
Oh. Oh, he's reported to the police, has he? What? Going to turn me in? Oh, Ken, you almost missed your step then, didn't you? For just a few more hours, we would have walked right into the welcoming arms of the police. Now, let us know, innit? Yes, you know what to do with him, and don't waste any time. See you later.
Mike, I hate to do this, but it should be reported. Here, if anybody can save her, you can. It's got to be done this way. I'll take the responsibility.
Mike? You tell Father. You explain to him. He's at home. He has a meeting with Mr. Craig.
Craig? Ken Craig?
Yes. You don't tell me it's all my fault.
I will. Don't you worry. Good luck, Jeff. You're not leaving. This is your department. I've got another job. Good luck. Thanks, Arnie. There, now. Don't you cry, darling. Don't you cry.
You never kissed me before every morning.
I will from now on. We're in the jam, honey. So you stand by, will you?
You stay here with Graham. I'll cover the house.
That'll be all, Henry. I shan't need you anymore tonight. Now, Mr. Lim, what can I do for you?
You're pretty clever, Moore. I lost my job and was ready to fight for it.
You know, You shouldn't come breaking into people's houses like this at this time of night. It's upsetting.
I'll say you're ready for a fall. I know now how the whole thing stands.
Oh, yeah, that's very unfortunate. You have a cigarette? I hate to do this, Lynn, but you give me no alternative. Well, keep on talking. I'm interested in what you have to say.
I've got plenty to say. You're pretty smug, Moore. Making that great talk over the radio. You are for the people. I'll say you are. You're for what you can get out of them. Talk about the fifth column, you invented a new one. The sixth column. You fooled one of the most important items for our morale. You stand behind the flag, cheating the people, racketeering babies. They ought to hang you for treason, and they will. Oh, you might get me more. But you'll never get 130 million people. 130 million that hate you and your kind and everything you stand for.
Splendid. Very dramatic. I've no idea you had it in you. Sixth column, eh? Well, that's a new one. And a good one. Too bad nobody will ever hear about it.
What are you doing here?
We followed Lynn.
Where's Foster?
Oh, he's listening in, I guess.
What happened to him?
Oh, Lynn nearly killed him. Made a pass at some gal.
Hello, Greg. What's going on?
The chief's taking care of him.
Well, you better take Graham home and meet me at my place later. I want to take this in personally.
It's too bad you didn't stick to your word and work with us instead of against us. Because now I'll have to put you out of the way. Put me here as an attorney, I'll have to figure out a defense. Where? You were in my employ and I fired you. You hated me and broke in here for revenge. I shot you in self-defense. It's bad publicity, but I have a reputation and a good one. I'll be able to live it down. In the meantime, the sixth column will go on as though nothing had happened.
But something did happen. Someone very close to you was hurt tonight. Iris was shot.
Iris? You're talking rubbish. Iris is with friends in the country.
I wish she had been. She was shot trying to save my life. That's all.
Then you're lying.
No, I'm not. She told me about you and Craig. She didn't know what she was saying, but I did. You're finished. You'll pay for the debt of Graham. I know enough now to make you all walk that last mile.
You're not lying about Iris? Where is she? Is she dead?
No, she'll probably pull through. When she finds out her father.
Strange how unimportant everything seems now. Iris, the only thing I had to live for. All right. Thank you, Woody. You can look up.
You got here first, Mike.
I was coming to get you next.
This is as far as you go. Poor old fellow, he had a lot to live for. I was listening to his defense.
What good will that do you?
He figured it all out for me. All except the end. That's where I used my head. He said you hated him, were coming back for revenge, and he had to shoot you in self-defense, but he was wrong. You shot him and then committed suicide. How do you like that?
You don't frighten me, Craig. My life will be over in a second, but not yours. When they catch up with you, they'll march you up a flight of stairs. Somebody will put a black hood over your head and you'll cry. You'll beg for mercy. And those last few minutes will seem like a lifetime.
Shut up!
Oh, I killed a man.
No, you didn't, Linda. You broke a vase.
count it up.
I don't think the court will let you have it.
What's the matter with me?
Nothing mentally, but an awful lot physically. You see, Francis needs a mother.
Oh. Do they care what she looks like?
No?
I've got one right here.
Oh, no, you haven't. I don't mind taking care of a child, but I wouldn't marry you if you were the last man in the world.
You heard what she said. She won't marry me.
I will.
Can you cook? Can you wash?
Ain't it?
Well, what can you do?
Love you.
You do.